rolling.
All right. Yeah. So here we are at Old Fort State Park, myself and All Day with the Trail Angels, Mark and Amy. And they picked us up yesterday, took us to the motel. This morning picked us up, took us for a wonderful breakfast, stuffed full of French toast, eggs, and home fries. And so they put us back on trail, and we're going to head south. We got 4 or 5 days to get to Harper's Ferry. So thank you so much.
Oh yeah, no
Appreciate
problem.
it.
Man, no
Very nice
problem.
meeting you guys.
Yep.
Best of
We'll
luck
let
to
you guys
you.
know. Good luck to you.
Yep. Good luck,
Thank you.
man.
Yep.
All right. Thanks.
All right, guys.
All right, here I am, Old Fort State Park, back on trail. Said goodbye to the lovely Trail Angels, Amy and Mark, and got about 12 miles to go to get to the next shelter. And Harper's Ferry is 49 miles from here, so probably 4 days, maybe 5-ish. Pack is pretty heavy, it's got a ton of food in it right now. So off I go. Yay, everybody. Look who just walked from Pennsylvania into Maryland. Day 116, and here I am, below the Mason-Dixon line. And yes, the eyeball bugs are back, that's why I got the head net on. I don't know, hundreds of miles without eyeball bugs, and now they are back with a vengeance. Thank you, Pennsylvania and Maryland, for the bugs. But cool, I'm pretty excited about this, yet another state. Yeah, day 116 continues, and here I am. I just crossed over into Maryland, and this is Penmar Park. It's quite a nice park, and it's a pretty amazing view. Heading to some shelter, and saw the side trail to these rocks. Climbed up here, and I got a view of the entire valley. Look at this. It's amazing. That is really something. It was worth the climb up.
That is cool.
Good morning and welcome to day 117. I am leaving the Raven Rock shelter. We camped in our tents near the shelter. It's Columbus Day today, I guess, or whatever we call it these days. And so we were surprised at how many people were at the shelter, and then we realized it was a holiday, a federal holiday. So anyways, a bunch of people back there, but we stayed in our tents. It's not quite 8 a.m. The water was nearly a quarter of a mile, well, it was more than a quarter mile away. It was 0.3 miles away. We got in last night. So we decided to not get water, and then this morning just head on down to the nearest water and have breakfast down there because we didn't want to make that 0.6 mile round trip to the water and back. So anyway, I'm gonna get moving here. We're gonna get down to a creek and then have some breakfast and go from there, continue on. Pine Knob Shelter is our goal for today, and we need to be at Harper's Ferry by the end of the week. So for now, Semper Fi and Recon out. So day 117 continues. Got back down to that creek a ways back there, and there was really nice water. Went ahead and made oatmeal, put some granola in that and some Carnation instant breakfast. Made some Starbucks instant coffee and a couple Pop-Tarts. So I'm continuing on, and you can see the trees are all changing. Fall is definitely here. It's pretty cold and windy, and it's only gonna get colder, I think. It's interesting. I'm not really seeing many other hikers, if any, and All Day and I were talking about that, and he said, well, they've all quit. You know, there's a handful of southbounders ahead of me. I know who they are. They're mostly young, fast people that passed us and kept going. And I think there's one or two that I'm aware of behind me. But statistically, I think that like 1 out of 5 southbounders actually makes it all the way to Georgia, which means that 4 out of 5 drop out somewhere along the way. And here we are, you know, 1,140 miles into this. And I would imagine of the 4 out of 5 that are going to quit, probably most of them already have. And so there's just nobody else out here. It's a very strange feeling. But I'm going to press on and get up to the Pine Knob shelter, and then I'll get up with you then. Right. Pretty cold and windy out here, and I'm going across what I guess was a pasture. I don't know. Anyway, there's cows over there behind that electric fence, and then there's a cow right there. That's like a calf, little cow, and it's just staring at me. And I'm like, aren't you supposed to be over there with the other cows? But he is apparently not. So I don't know if he got out or what the deal is. It's kind of cute. Those ones over there are like the longhorn ones, but they're on the other side of the fence, so I'm not messing with those guys. Check them out, little cow, it's cute. Wow. So I just stopped and had my lunch quickly, and you can see, I don't know if you can see behind me, through the trees you can see the valley. So I'm on a ridge, and you can hear the wind, see the trees going. The wind has been ripping across this all day long, and the temperature has been just steadily dropping. It was pretty warm when I started. I was wearing nothing but a long sleeve t-shirt, and I've had to stop and put my rain jacket on, and it's just cold. It's cold and windy, and it's gonna be cold tonight. So seasons are changing. Oh, look at this. It's windy out here, and look at this cliff. Look on this rock right there. It's a black rock cliff. Woo! I'm not going any closer to the edge. It is so windy out here. Man, that's quite a view though. Look at the road down there. It's like an interstate. Man, you can see a long ways too. Look how far you can see. That's amazing. All right, it's windy. I'm getting blown around. I'm getting off this thing. All right, day 118, leaving Pine Knob Shelter. Slept in the tenting area there, had a good night's sleep. It is cold this morning, like an idiot. I packed my gloves away, so now my hands are cold. Moving on, the next shelter is about 13 miles, and expect to get into Harper's Ferry tomorrow afternoon. Interstate 70. Look at this. This is the original Washington Monument. And look at this. Wow. That's quite a view. Holy smokes. That's really something. So I just came down the hill, and I think this is called Washington Monument State Park. You know, you saw the monument up top there. There's the restroom. There's some playgrounds over there. Some really cool old stone buildings, probably built by the Civilian Conservation Corps during the Depression. It's really quite a nice little park here. All right, so I came down this road here in Maryland, and this old stone church is sitting here. Look at this thing. This is gorgeous. I wonder how old it is. Isn't it beautiful? That's really something. I have no idea if they're still having services here. It's hard to know. There's a sign here though. Let's go see what it says. I'm tramping around their front yard here. There's the steps, and let's see what the sign says. It looks like it's still an active church. Ooh, there's a dead deer across the street. Yuck. Here we go. There we go. Isn't that cool? It's the Dahlgren Chapel. It does not look like it's in active use for worship, but it says on the door it's available for weddings. So if any of y'all are fixing to get married, give them a call. Here we are. Here's all day out here.
Yeah.
What a nice view. Sky's kind of ugly. It hasn't rained yet, fortunately.
I didn't think Maryland had any mountains this high.
Yeah, no. Good morning and welcome to day 119. It's pretty cold last night. It might have been the coldest night so far. I'm getting a warmer sleeping bag this weekend. My friend's bringing my 20-degree sleeping bag, so I'm using my 30-degree quilt right now. And basically, I ended up waking up cold. Put my jacket on, went back to sleep. Woke up cold again. Put my rain jacket on. Basically, I went back to sleep and slept okay after that. But wearing essentially everything I own. So it's cold this morning. I'm gonna get up, pack up, probably have some breakfast. We're only going about 9 miles. It's Wednesday, and I think it's Wednesday, and my friend is meeting me on Saturday, and he's going to hike out with me on Sunday. So I basically have a few days to kill here outside of Harper's Ferry. So we're going to go down to a hostel on the Maryland side of the Potomac River, spend tonight there, and then there are a couple of Marines that have reached out to me about supporting the hike and the fundraiser, and so I'm going to be staying with them for a couple of nights. And then I'll be out here on Sunday. So I'll get packed up and get moving and get up with you in a little bit. Ooh. It's chilly. I'm moving out. Finally got out of my tent. Made my gourmet breakfast of Pop-Tarts, instant oatmeal, Carnation instant breakfast, and granola, along with Starbucks instant coffee. So I'm ready to tackle the day. It's about half a mile down the mountain here to Gathland State Park, where there is supposedly a water spigot that's still functioning that I can get water from, and also a bathroom that's still functioning. And we know what that's for. So anyway, gonna head on down there and then go on another 8.5 miles to the Cross Trails hostel, which is on the Maryland side of the Potomac River. And as I said earlier, we'll stop there for the night. And then I got a couple days to kill. While waiting for my friend to arrive, we'll resupply. I'm going to go to the post office and mail my 30-degree quilt home. My friend will be bringing my 20-degree sleeping bag, and we'll continue to march. So for now, Recon out. All right, still walking along. It's about 10:45 in the morning. It's still cold, and I'm walking along the top of this ridge, and it kind of drops off to both sides, and the wind is kind of blowing across the top of this thing, and then there's no sun. It's clouded over, and then the trees, so it's still chilly. And I'm still in shorts like an idiot. I've got 2 Marines that are going to pick me up in Harper's Ferry, guys that belong to the Marine Reconnaissance Foundation and want to support the hike. So one of them is going to take me to Dick's Sporting Goods, and I think I'm going to try to pick up some running tights there, because that would really be helpful at this point. And they would be warm enough and flexible enough to hike in. So anyway, continuing on, I don't know how far I got to get to the hostel. I'm just going to keep going. I've been walking for, I don't know, 2 hours now, and I still haven't warmed up yet. So I'm just gonna keep moving until I get to the hostel. I'll be up with you later. All right, this is the Potomac River, and the trail follows right along the side of it. This is like some kind of gravel path of some sort, but the trail goes right along through here. But now getting views of the Potomac River, that's kind of cool. I'm on the Maryland side. Harper's Ferry's on the other side. All right, so here we are at the Cross Trails Hostel near Knoxville, Maryland. And so you just climb up the steep embankment, cross the railroad tracks, and you come up to this place. It's pretty cool. They have a bicycle business going on here as well. They rent bikes and that kind of thing. And I guess they also do some river stuff in the Potomac. But the nice thing is it's a really nice place. It appears to be pretty clean. We took showers. We're doing our laundry right now. And we're going to go up to the Harper's Ferry Brewery and have dinner. And then come back and go to sleep. They have some comfortable looking bunks. And then we'll start a day anew tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to walk into Harper's Ferry. I'm going to go to the Appalachian Trail Conservancy headquarters, talk to the people there about the trail down south and how much damage there's been, and try to assess, my chances of getting through to Georgia. And we'll go from there. So I'll be up with you later. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Harper's Ferry Brewing. Good morning and welcome to day 120, if you can even believe that. So I'm leaving the Cross Trails Hostel, and I had a great stay here last night. We were able to get a shuttle driver, Rachel, who was super kind and generous, to drive us up to the Harper's Ferry Brewing Company in Harper's Ferry proper. We had a great dinner there, obviously a few beers, and spent a really restful night here at Cross Trails. And then I'm going to get back on. So one of the fellows that runs this place is named Brant. He's a younger guy who thru hiked southbound a couple of years ago. And it was nice talking to him because, quite honestly, it is October 17th now, and I've still got 1,000 miles to go. And so I feel like the last man on earth, quite honestly. But talking to him, it took him 7.5 months, and he finished up in January, which is about where I would be on pace if I'm able to get all the way through the damaged areas or past there. So I feel reassured that a much younger person took as long as it took me. So it was great. Brant and John, who run this place, were terrific, super kind and supportive. And so I had a really good night. Gonna head down to Harper's Ferry proper. It's only like 1.5 miles maybe. I'm gonna go into the Appalachian Trail Conservancy headquarters, check in with them, get my photo taken, and also check trail conditions further down the trail. And then we'll be picked up by one of my Marine supporters this afternoon and taken back to his place for the night. So I'll check in later. So for now, remember our Gold Star families, please, and Recon out. I wanted to grab a quick video of this as I'm getting ready to get back on trail. So that is the Potomac River, and that is the bridge that goes across to Harper's Ferry. Is that not super cool? What a beautiful view. All right, continuing along the Potomac River, gonna cross up here at some point to Harper's Ferry. This trail is I think it's one of the rails to trails path. It's a bicycle path that the AT is using. And then to the right is a big ditch. And so it's some point back a long time ago, that was a canal, and this was a tow path. They would tow barges down that canal over there. I'm pretty sure they were not towing barges down the Potomac River. That looks pretty violent. But it's pretty cool. I wish I knew more of the history of it, quite honestly. You can see it's quite a ditch, pretty deep. And I just passed a lock. There's a stone wall over there. That was the right side of the canal. Potomac River, that thing is really flowing. Looks really cool. I got a good view here. I thought I would grab it for y'all. Look how fast that's going, man. All right, so this is a train trestle to my right here, and there's like a really nice pedestrian walkway attached to it, and we're crossing the Potomac River. So we'll get right over here, get downtown, and head up to the ATC headquarters. I'm trying really hard not to drop my phone because I'm wearing gloves. It's cold out here. So the actual Appalachian Trail kind of goes through the historic lower section of Harper's Ferry, then goes back into the forest along the river. And so now I've taken the Blue Blaze Trail. It's heading towards the Appalachian Trail Conservancy headquarters. So I'm gonna go up here and check in at the ATC. All right, this is the headquarters of the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, which is the overarching organization that manages all the clubs and takes care of the trail. It's a nonprofit that coordinates all the local trail clubs that do all the maintenance of the trail. So it is kind of like the mothership. So here I am, first time ever. I've never been here before. And those of you that saw previous videos would know that when I was 14 years old in 1975, I did a section hike in Georgia as a teenager and fell in love with the trail, and that love affair has been 49 years and culminating in my thru hike attempt this year, 49 years later. So I actually am enamored of the trail to the point where a part of my estate when I die will go to the Appalachian Trail Conservancy. It's actually in my will. And so I'm what they call a legacy member. So I don't know how much money that's going to be, depends how much my kids siphon off of me before then. I'm going to go in here and check on trail conditions further south. I'm going to get my photo taken as a thru hiker. And I'm also going to see how much I need to donate to get my name on a privy. Because I think that'd be amazing to have my name on a privy. So anyway, I'm going in.